Welcome back, good friends and best friends. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Great.
Good. Long time no see. I haven't seen you guys since we were on the mic at karaoke.
Oh, yeah, that was like 4 days ago.
we
It wasn't
murdered
exactly a
it.
long time.
Well,
We
Murdered.
Brie and
You
I
know-
can murder some karaoke. We've been saying this for years, and I think that we have proven ourselves.
I think
Finally.
so too. They voted.
they have
people
been
have
saying it for
voted.
years.
People have voted.
And what was the result?
The result was that we
We're-
can carry a tune and we're good karaoke singers.
So Brittney and Kelly have been saying for years that they are the queens of karaoke. You
Not-
know,
just the queens of karaoke, that we are actually talented singers.
We are talented singers, but I don't want to say we're like professional. We are definitely good at karaoke, and with training. Training.
Wait, should we take some vocal classes?
Remember we talked about this?
We've also talked
That
about
would
taking
be-
tap classes.
That would be hilarious. And then at the next karaoke, you guys are coming out with act.
Oh, wait.
I think
that would be
it would
very
be funny
fun.
if we secretly took vocal
Yes.
lessons
Yes.
and got really fucking good and then got up there and shocked the shit out of all of you guys.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Yes. I absolutely want to. So we
Nice.
went to Smelly Cat. It is this new company that I'm working with. It's one of my new vendors. It's over at in front of the Horseshoe on the Strip, the bazaar shops, and they have a live band. We missed that. So we're gonna have to go
They
back.
do?
And you can sing with
the
the live
live
band.
band.
Oh, that's
Oh.
very cool.
So we
were just out there just raw.
Yes.
I would like to go
Unfiltered.
back and I want to do a solo.
Me too.
Okay.
Wait, let's take. We're taking.
Brittany's face right now is mortified.
Solo.
Maybe
really.
we can just go to like School of Rock or something and take
Vocal lessons.
vocal lessons.
I think it'd be great for
Okay.
each of you to do that exercise. And then I'll film it so you can watch it back. And
we watched it
And-
back.
We were pleased.
We were. I thought we were good.
For those of you listening that don't follow us, first of all, follow us. Second of all, it was
At
on our
3 Best.
stories and we can repost it. It's at 3 Best Friends Pod.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
all right.
Anyway,
Well, speaking of vendors and a company that you work with, today Miss Brie is on the hot seat. We're going to interview her. We're going to be interviewing her about all the things that she does and all the things that she doesn't do that we think she does. She has a really interesting career in the sense that it's one of those things that I don't think you can reduce to one sentence. So I'm actually excited to dive deep into the questions and hear more about what you do.
Okay. And I'm going to preface this with no, I can't do it in one sentence, but these girls are going to have to try and keep me on track.
Yeah,
'Cause I
that's hard.
really like to talk.
we
Yes.
know.
Yes.
But first of all, can you just explain what is Girls Night Out Getaways for our followers and listeners who don't know?
Yes. So this is kind of the pitch that I give to any new vendor, whether they reach out to me or I reach out to them. Girls Night Out Getaways originally started as Vegas Girls Night Out. We are an experience planning company or service where we plan a girls' trip to Vegas and now Nashville, thus the name change, where everything is the price. It's what you see is what you get. So it is nightclubs, it's limos, it's hair and makeup services, it's shows, dinners, different restaurants, things like that. But instead of paying when you get here or paying me this big fee to plan your bachelorette party or your girls trip, you just pay us directly. We make the reservations. Everything's done before you get here. I like to say it's almost like going to an all-inclusive resort.
Mhm.
You pay before you go, tax, tip, everything included, and you don't worry about it once you're here.
It's almost like being like a concierge for these out of town
Yes.
groups coming in, and you're telling them, your dinner set here. If there's an issue, they contact you. Is that how it works? Like if an issue came up,
Yeah.
then are you the point person?
Yes. So kind of like a concierge. So a concierge, if you were to work with your hotel concierge, they're going to make all your reservations for you. What we're doing is not only are we making your reservations for you, but you're already paying for it. So when you show up to the restaurant, you know what the menu is. It's a prix menu that I personally go to the restaurant. I work with their chef. We come up with something that's amazing. and you pay for it in advance. So when you're done with dinner, you literally walk away. You don't have to worry about a thing. Now, we are so on top of it, and we've been doing this for, over 10 years, that our vendors kind of know the drill. We do have basically 24/7 text messaging. And if there is a problem, we're like right there to solve it.
Yeah.
That's interesting. And then after dinner, you go out, your limo's waiting for you to take you to the concert or the club or wherever it is that they have selected to go.
Yeah. And one of the best parts about it is that we have a planning team. So I call them my party planners, and we don't charge a fee. So when you call up our girls, they will work with you and put your entire itinerary together. No fee. You just pay whatever the cost is.
That's pretty cool. It takes a lot of pressure off of whoever is planning this and to know, because a lot of people haven't been to Vegas and there's so many options here.
Candidly, we get the benefit of this quite a bit because we get to go out with you and we get to do some of these menu tastings when she's looking at certain properties and whatnot, when Brie is looking at vendors. So, and it's super nice.
It's a substantial perk.
It is a very substantial perk.
I'll never forget when Brittney said onboarding season is my favorite.
Yes. She'll say like, oh, I have to do this restaurant and this restaurant. I'm like,
Yeah.
When
she's like, I really have to go to Smelly Cat, we're like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Here we are. I'm interested in I'm a foodie. I'm interested in this food part of it. So how do you select, like, here's the restaurant that I want to work with. Here's what the menu, like, what is that whole process like?
Yeah. So back in the day when I first started, I was reaching out to everybody and anybody that I would think, okay, this is fun. This is going to be a really great option to have. I have sustained pretty much all of my restaurants for 10 plus years. So a lot of the Tao Group restaurants, which are my favorites, they are always just creme de la creme, and the girls are going to have a great time. Now I have people reaching out to me. So I have to make these decisions of, is this going to be a good fit? And I have to think about my clientele. Yes, I have some clientele that do want to spend a little bit more. They want a nicer experience. But then I might have clientele that they don't want to spend $100 per person. They might be in the $50 or $60 per range, including gratuity, but they still want a great deal. So I have to not do what I want necessarily, but think about my customer.
Yeah. Who is your typical customer? What is the customer?
So bachelorette parties are probably our number one. We get a ton of bachelorette parties. So I always recommend that the bachelorette and the maid of honor are the two that make the final decision. Do not ask everybody in the group what they want to do.
I can imagine.
It's too much. It's too much. Everybody has an opinion. So those two make the decision. We also do birthdays, a lot of birthday trips. I do a lot of like 21st, 30th, 40th, even 50th birthdays. Those are so much fun to plan. And because they're different types of parties. So somebody that's having a 21st birthday versus somebody that's having a 40th, we get to plan two completely different trips.
Totally different.
Yeah.
That's exciting. And different budgets, to your point.
Yes.
Because a lot of 21-year-olds are just starting out.
Sure.
And I think it's so cool that they know up front, hey, you're going to Vegas. This is what you're going to spend. Everything is included. And so these women can budget and plan for this. And then they're not surprised or overspending while they're here.
One of my tips too is that get your budget first. So when you have your group meeting with all the girls that are coming, figure out the per person budget. I say have a hotel or, room budget, flight budget, then have your activities budget, and then have some spending cash budget. So we fall in the activities budget. I think if you're coming to Vegas, you should have a budget of about $400 just on activities.
For how much time?
For a weekend, for 2 nights.
Okay.
And we can do a lot with dinners, 2 nights of dinners, shows, limos, nightclubs, day clubs. You can get a lot with $400 per person.
You don't do hotels?
I do one hotel. I work with one hotel.
Which hotel?
It is the Palms. I do the pink suite. Remember when we did the blush suite?
We got to do pink suite.
That was fun.
That was fun.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, we have a really fun party package called the Bougie Bitch. And it's $900 per person for the entire weekend. And you get to stay in the hotel. You get cabana. You get reservations at the Ghost Bar. You get dinner at Beauty in Essex. Yes, the food is included, the tax, the gratuity. You get limo rides. You get nightclubs. Your whole entire weekend.
So nice.
What is your
Done.
favorite package that you offer?
I think my favorite package is You're So Fancy. And it's what we do every year for Halloween.
Beauty in Essex.
Beauty in
Yeah.
Essex and Chandelier Bar.
Yes.
That's our tradition.
Too.
Yeah.
Why is it your favorite?
I really like the Cosmopolitan, and I
Mhm.
like keeping people at one property because movement is easy. The other thing you got to think about when you're with a big group of girls is wrangling them.
Yeah.
You got to keep everybody together. And so it's really hard. And you're on a time frame. You got to be, you can't miss your reservation. If you're 45 minutes late, they're not going to seat you. So we work out the timing. We give like 15-minute buffers. I always say somebody's going to have to go to the bathroom. Somebody's going to get lost. You're not going to be able to find your way there. So the reason why I like it is because it's Beauty in Essex is at Cosmopolitan, and then Chandelier Bars at
Right there.
Cosmopolitan. And then you also get the nightclub after at Marquee. So you're all at Cosmo.
That's a good one.
Do you remember when we went to Marquee as the Spice Girls?
I-
Like
I
a
did
full
not.
costume, Brittany. Kristen
Don't doubt
actually
it.
was Ginger Spice, and she put foundation over her eyebrows and drew on like the big ginger eyebrows, and she looked spot on.
It was
But
so
the point
fun.
is that we were in this nightclub, like
In the club.
in the
As the
club.
Spice Girls.
Yeah.
It was really fun.
Yeah, it was
a
really
fun night. I would love to do the nightclub again if we can stay up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If the nightclub was at like 10.
I
We
know
could
that's
do
the
a nightclub
problem
at
about
10.
Vegas. That is the problem though, Brie. What honestly, if you're going to excess, right, arguably the
Mhm.
best club in Vegas, truly what time do you have to get there?
So I would do a 10 p.m.
Really?
I would.
You'd be the first one in.
Yeah. We're,
Okay, maybe
It's a private
maybe
club.
11, maybe 11.
it's just us.
Okay, so when we do Pinky Ring, which is one of my favorite nightclubs. That is not really a club.
Love Pinky Ring,
Love Pinky
but
Ring.
Pinky Ring is tailored towards us,
us.
not
Pinky
towards
Ring,
21-year-olds.
That's
So
true.
It makes sense
Absolutely.
that earlier would be better.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Pinky Club does get better later. If you guys don't know what Pinky Club is, it's that and Excess are my two favorite clubs.
Yeah.
I don't really consider Pinky Club like a real club because it's so small, but it's Bruno Mars's
It's a lounge
Yeah,
with
it's a
live
lounge
music,
with the
but you can't get up and
band, and
dance. It
it's-
is
and table bottle service.
It's
chef's kiss
awesome.
on Pinky Ring. It's amazing.
Really want to go there for my birthday.
We went there for your birthday last year.
No, we didn't.
That was Adam's birthday.
Thank you.
Oh, we went
Dory.
to the Mayfair, Dory. God, why do I
Yeah.
Dory? Anyway,
Okay.
Brie.
But back to
I'm-
Excess, I would say 11 p.m. And you do a late dinner like Casa Playa. You do a 9 p.m. dinner at Casa Playa. You drink at dinner, and then you walk over to Excess.
Got it.
That's what you
Got
do.
it. For those who don't know, Casa Playa is Mexican at the Wynn, and it is one of the best in town.
It's so good.
Amazing.
How did you get started in this? Like, how do we come up with this?
What
idea?
inspired
Yeah.
you? This is very
You said you
unique.
started like 10 years ago. Exactly.
Yeah.
Which was, I think, a little bit before a lot of the wave of, Instagram and some of that entrepreneurial, like how does this come about?
Yeah, it was actually, I think even longer, is probably like 14 years ago, but I aged myself when I say that. So I try to say 10 plus.
Mhm.
I was in PR and marketing since college. Like that was my thing. I'm born and raised here. Back in the early 2000s, if anybody that's lived here this long, Tao Group, or I don't remember which one it was. It wasn't Tao Group, but anyway, they would do these girl dinners and you would get free dinner. So like if you were like a group of girls and you wanted to go to Stack over at the Mirage.
Oh my
or
God,
do
I
you
remember
I
Stack.
don't.
Oh my gosh, blast
Yeah.
from the past.
Mhm. Or wherever you could go, and then you could get a table at the club. The Palms, remember the Ghost Bar, and
Oh, yeah.
what was the club
Rain?
there? Rain. They would do something similar, and they would have these girl dinners, and they would just give you tables, and they would just give girls everything. So I reached out to them because I knew everybody. Like I went to high school with them or whatever. It was like
Right.
a phone call away, a text away. And I'd be like, instead of giving this for free, give me like a low price point on this and let me sell this. Let me offer this to the public. At the same time, my husband, he co-owns Thunder from Down Under. We were still dating and nobody was doing the group sales for Thunder from Down Under. Like they were, but it was so bad.
Which is a male review for those who don't know.
In case you didn't know, based on title.
Thunder from Down Under, yes, is a male review. And he co-owns it. It's a long story. But nobody was really doing the group sales. And I'm like, you have like 400 girls a show and you're just putting them out into the wild? Please just let me do something with this. So he's like, okay, like we're doing nothing.
How entrepreneurial of you.
Very.
I mean,
you.
honestly, Brie, I mean, it's pretty cool. Like you seized that opportunity.
Yeah. I was 27 at the time. And I'm like, there is a market for this. There is nobody doing this. I know how hard it is in Vegas. You don't know what to do. You don't know where to go. You're going to spend so much money, especially right now. Everybody's on a budget. Everybody's saying Vegas is so expensive. It doesn't have to be. Like we've got it worked out. We know what to do.
Yeah. This is pre-social media, which makes it more
That's what
impressive.
I was saying.
How, I think this is a two-part question, right? This is how do you market yourself pre-social media? And this is a quick answer.
Mm-hmm.
And then now, how did you pivot into...
It's a quick answer.
She took that note.
Social, because that's really what I think is important now. If there are women out there with this kind of entrepreneurial sense, what does it take to build your social? And how do you use your social media to funnel business for yourself?
Yeah. Great question, Kelly. So no, it is a good question.
Why? When we say each other's names, it
was just so formal.
Thanks, Kelly.
Question, Kelly. Like I feel like some sort of news anchor.
Yes. Back to you in the studio.
This is just not how we talk to each other in real life.
Oh, okay.
Oh God, I'm sorry.
This is the nicest we are to each other is these interviews.
It's so odd.
Okay, let me have a drink.
I'm sorry. For those who don't know, like we're best friends and we razz each other pretty hard.
Yes,
honestly.
we poke
stop it. You're the worst.
Sarcastic.
Anyway,
so mean.
And we're being so kind. But
yes,
we all enjoy it and we think it's so funny.
These are first time questions. So
I am interested.
These are things that I've wondered for a long time.
Right, I have wondered.
They really
I've wondered for a long time.
It's like when you have no idea what your friends do for a living.
Yeah. I don't actually know what my husband does. I'm like, so what do you do? He's like, forget it. Forget it.
Later.
Go on,
Squirrel. Pre-social media, a lot of digital advertising. My advertising budget was very high in the beginning. Display ads on Google, retargeting, things like that.
On your blog? Did you advertise on your own blog, which was named?
No,
which was named?
Basically Brie. That isn't.
Did you catch that? Basically Brie.
Basically Brie.
I'm going to update that now. That is an old blog that I don't have, but I do have a new blog on Girls Night Out Getaways that I update every single month. So you can get tips and tricks for both Nashville and Vegas. What to wear. My what to wear in the winter is so popular. So yes, I have been doing a blog on Vegas since I started. And because that is SEO. And if you are starting a business, and just like how we're starting our podcast, we're having a meeting after this, marketing is crucial to growing your business. So SEO is one of the most important things. In the beginning, I did hire an SEO expert to write my website. It was things are so different now.
Can you just important. Can you give our listeners just a 30-second crash course on what an SEO is for those who aren't business owners and not familiar?
So SEO stands for search engine optimization, and it is these keywords that you want to write into the code of your website so that when people do an organic Google search, your website will pop up. Okay. So I will do keywords like Vegas, pink limo, bachelorette party in Vegas, what to wear in Vegas, because you also have to remember that you're competing with these multi-million-dollar nightclubs that are probably optimizing their websites. You don't want to fight against other people. So you got to get creative.
I have a question relative to the nightclub. So you also do partnerships with nightclubs. I imagine that the contacts within that industry is a male-dominated field, I would think. How is it being a female negotiating with these, contracts and these packages in this traditional male-dominated industry?
Amazing question. Because nightclubs are the worst for me. They are the hardest industry for me to work with, the hardest vendor. It is very male dominated. So my thing with nightclubs, it's two-part. One is that I just feed into their guest list. So a lot of times you'll see the promoters on the street like, oh, come with me, get on my guest list. But they're profiling you, girls.
Do they still do that?
Yes.
Do they?
Yes. But now it's all through social media. So instead of,
Right.
they are standing on the street
Yeah.
too. Like maybe they'll stand outside of Thunder from Down Under and I'm over there kicking them out.
Right.
But they will be out on the street, but now it's through social media. But what they're doing is they're profiling you. If they think you're too old, they think you're fat. One girl in the group isn't cute. Oh, 9 of you can get in, 1 of you can't. It's
Come
terrible.
Do they really do that?
Still?
To this day. To this day.
Unbelievable.
It is, the stories that I'll get in my DMs, not from my groups, but from other ones. So we do not get paid from the nightclub. So typically these promoters get paid. And so they get paid per head for each girl that comes in. So we do not get paid, but so we funnel our groups into the nightclubs. And instead I was like, you cannot profile. Absolutely cannot profile. If I get anything negative, it's not going to be good. And the thing is that now they want to keep me happy. They want to make sure that everything's great because I'm just sending them groups. They don't have to pay these promoters on the street. All these nightclubs are just getting groups and groups and groups of girls that everybody wants. But I'm like, I don't care if you think someone doesn't look good enough for your nightclub. You can't do that. It's disgusting. I'm a woman. I don't like it. So that's one part of it. The second part is that my business is very different. I pre-negotiate everything in advance and get a discount at it for myself, which therefore I can then discount to my customer. So nobody does pre-discounted or flat rate bottle service. It's always a minimum. And you girls might know what a minimum is. It means it's a minimum spend. So if it says $2,000, you have to spend $2,000 in alcohol to sit at this table, plus tax, plus gratuity. And then they'll price the bottles so that it won't come out to $2,000 or come out to $2,700 or something, like the way they do it. So I work with these nightclubs to create these packages where I can say to my groups, it's $120 per person, including the tax and the gratuity. Yeah. So you're not going to go to the nightclub and then get this bill and be like, what? I wasn't expecting to pay $300 per person. So trying to negotiate that with a nightclub is challenging in itself because it's explaining and having to sell the back end, the B2B side of the business as well. So
do you feel like they treat you differently because you're a woman in that male dominated industry? Just circling back to my question.
So I will never forget when I went to go to a nightclub to have a meeting and I was getting out at valet and the nightclub was like right there. And I said, oh, I have a meeting. And the valet guy goes, a meeting or an audition?
Wow.
And I go, a meeting. It's just the world that it is.
Yeah.
I do feel that I am treated a little bit differently. I don't think, now I think it's different. I think I maybe wasn't treated very seriously in the beginning.
Yeah, you showed them.
Yeah, exactly.
Can I circle back to my social media question before you scooted in with yours, Britt? How do you use social media today to funnel business? Yeah, social media is an integral part, as you know, to our business, to both of our businesses. People want to see real life. They want to know. They want a brand, they want a name, they want a face, they want you to be personal. They want to see people experiencing exactly what they can possibly be experiencing as well. And pre-COVID, I had just had somebody doing it for me. And then once COVID hit, it was like I had to do it. And it was kind of a game changer. It's when TikTok first started. I got on TikTok. I didn't know what I was talking about. My entire business was shut down. There was nothing to do. And I just started doing Vegas tips. And it just grew from there. And it's unbelievable. I can track, I can see where people are coming in through. I can track it. I can
tell if it's TikTok. I can tell if it's Instagram. It's so important that it's a line item, social media, every single month, something that we focus on.
Do you feel like it's important to share little nuggets of your personal life on your business social media, or do you keep that to your personal social media account?
I would say 95% of my social media is not personal.
Mm-hmm.
I try to drip in a little bit of personal because I do think people are very interested in that. I think that they like to see that. But on the other side of it, it's a girl's account. So it doesn't make sense for me to have my kids and my husband. It doesn't align with my audience. I have a lot of 25 to 34-year-olds that are my followers that, do they care that I'm going to Disneyland with my kids again?
Who wouldn't care about that?
But I will put it on here and there. I will show a little bit of a family vacation, or maybe it's just me. I don't do a lot of my husband. I don't do a lot of my kids.
I can relate, as you guys know, and we can talk about when I'm interviewed next.
Yeah.
But I find it interesting how different industries, I do agree with you that every industry, it's important to show your face. And I think that's really hard for a lot of people on social media. They don't want to show their face. And I think it's so important. And yours is heavily focused on you. People know who you are. They know who they're calling. They know who's booking. They trust the experiences that you put together. And I think it's hard to do that on social media. So good for you, Brie.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kelly.
I think you have a great social media, but what I like about it is that you show when we're out kind of experiencing these packages, which it's like getting a direct preview for people who are interested in potentially booking you. Like they can watch that happen, which is nice. I mean, that doesn't happen.
That's kind of part of the sell to the vendors, is that we put it all on social media because that's how we market everything. So part of their contract is that I have to come out with my friends and you have to comp us.
Oh, darn.
Shucks.
We're here.
For one, it's quality control. I want to make sure it's going to align. The pricing is going to align and the experience is going to align and my customers are going to like it.
Yeah.
And the second part is that I'm going to now use this social media content for the next 3 years probably.
Right.
And we are just going to be constantly putting it in social
And
media.
I can tell you, I can completely vouch for the business acumen when we are out, because it's not like we're just out. Oh, everything's tra-la-la. She's like, this isn't good enough. This needs to be changed. Nope, my customer wouldn't like this. I need to pull, where's the manager? And she's tailoring it as we're out there. And I'm just like, cool, drinks.
She's working and we're just sipping our cocktails, having a good time.
Exactly.
And I will say, a lot of people who live in Vegas probably don't go out as much as we do. And it keeps us young. I feel like I say this a lot. It does keep us young though. It does.
Because we're experiencing some of the packages that the 25-year-olds are coming into
and we like it.
And we're having a great time.
I hate to break it to you girls, but we're going to need to do a nightclub. I'm sorry. We're going to
that's hard.
We're going to have to rally. I didn't do a day club this season. It's not over yet.
What?
A night.
First of all, do you know which club? And second of all, what is the time frame?
She said 11 p.m. I heard that. So nothing.
11?
Yeah.
That's what she
It'll
said.
have to be 11. I think XS. I haven't been to
I
XS.
do love XS.
XS
I do
is
love XS.
the best club, so.
I just haven't been in so many
It's
years. We have a
years.
bottle service package with them. They're so great. I really want to see the chain smokers.
I was going to say
I
chain smokers.
really want to.
The guns, the fog.
I want to
Heck
do
yeah.
the fog.
Yeah.
I want to be on the stage.
Oh,
Fun.
okay.
Yeah, TBD.
Okay.
Good friends, let us know if you want to come. We'll put a table
Seriously.
together.
Okay, I need to know, what is the most over the top bachelorette or birthday party experience you've ever planned?
I just worked with Kalani Hilliker. She was on Dance Moms.
My daughter watches Dance Moms.
Very
That's a
young.
conversation for another day.
Yeah.
But go on.
So she's young. It's surprising to see how young people are getting married. I've been planning her friends' bachelorette parties for years. So she said, when mine comes, it needs to be over the top. This is going to be crazy. It needs to be above and beyond. So we worked with her on her bachelorette party and it was amazing. I will say that because she has such a high following, I work with quite a few influencers. So when I work with influencers, we get everything complimentary. But then they also have to sign contracts because they have deliverables, meaning they have a certain amount of stories, posts, et cetera, that they have to do. They have to do it within a certain time frame. So it's a lot of work on my end. Not only am I trying to get things complimentary, I have to make sure that people are posting and the whole nine. So it's a lot of work.
That's interesting that you kind of have to take over as their manager in a way for that pose. I'm working with an influencer right now, and obviously she wants a lot of brands to donate stuff for free. And they're calling me and I'm like, you have to call her as far as what you want in terms of deliverables. I'm not in charge of her social. I'm not doing this. But I'm just putting you two together. And I'll tell you what I want. And then she's got to do it. But this is wild that they're putting it on you,
So
Brie,
you're
to
like,
make
hey, did you
sure that
post
your
that
influencers
story?
are posting.
Because I want them to post me. So I want influencers to post Girls Night Out Getaways, whether it's in Vegas or in Nashville, because I need the exposure. This is how I'm going to grow my brand. If I don't do it, they're only going to post Hakkasan. They're only going to post Thunder from Down Under. But if I'm the one organizing the entire thing, then they have to do pre-trip stories about how Girls Night Out Getaways plan their trip. They're going to have to do stories in the middle.
Your deliverables.
My deliverables and the nightclub and the partner deliverables.
Right.
Because I have the relationships. I'm a one call away relationship that people can't get. Like I got her Win. I got her table, bottle service. I got her a bunch of stuff at Win because I went to high school with the girl that does the marketing for Win. Like it's because it's such a small world. But that was the biggest, that was a lot of work. It was amazing. Professional photographers, room decorated multiple times, dinners for 15 with the girls, dinners with the co-ed guys and girls, like 30 people, all comped, like limos, shows, hotels, everything.
Do you ever deal with influencer celebrities, anyone who's difficult?
I don't anymore. It's not usually the influencers or it's not usually them. It's the everyday.
Is it not even the party planner or like the maid of honor or the bachelorette? Is it a friend who's coming in who's upset about something? Are they asking for things that aren't possible?
It's more, sometimes you'll get a random friend. Like one time a random friend got kicked out of the bachelorette party and she didn't pay. So the maid of honor paid for everybody. So then the random friend that got kicked out, she told us the whole story, but whatever. She called to try and get a refund for her portion of it. And we're like, we can't refund you. You didn't pay. What are we refunding to? You're going to have to talk to so-and-so who booked.
Man, what a pain.
What's the most, I mean, everybody has a Vegas story. Anybody who's come to Vegas, typically they have like their Vegas story. What's like the most Vegas thing that has happened on one of these trips or one of these bachelorettes? I mean, do we have some hangover moments? I mean, like what?
I have a good one.
What do we have?
So I was working with an influencer and normally I don't go out with the groups, but because she was an influencer, I went out to make sure everything was okay. So they're at Thunder from Down Under and it's not her bachelorette party, but she was planning it. And the group had a great table. I get them drinks at the show and you can just see they're throwing back drinks like crazy. And Kristen was there.
I feel like I've heard.
So we had
Kristen is my photographer.
Her photographer.
So that I gave to Brie.
Yes.
Anyway.
So I use Kristen as my photographer. Kristen was there to get photos. And Kristen was taking the pictures, comes back to me and goes, 2 of the girls are in the bathroom. And I was like, what's going on? She goes, they are throwing up everywhere. Like all over the bathroom.
In the toilet, just like in the bathroom, on the walls, on the floor.
Ceiling.
Together, those are besties.
Right. Each of them just taking turns, projecting. Oh, no.
Vegas! So they were having a great time. And so they they get them out of the bathroom because now they got to clean the bathroom. And there's a bar out in front of the bathroom. So they're out in the bar. I have to tell the girl that I'm working with, hey, 2 of your girls are out there. They're throwing up everywhere. They had buckets with them because they were throwing up out.
But they were at the bar
like
trying to get more drinks?
No. Like they just needed to
God.
put them somewhere, like to sit. So they gave them buckets to like sit at the lounge.
Right. Like in front of.
So she comes, the show, she's like, I'm not leaving. Like she's
The
like,
bride, the bachelorette.
The influencer. She's like, I'm not leaving. I don't even know them. Like she's like, that's so-and-so's friends. You go. She's like, you go handle this.
Yeah.
So anyway, they finish the show and then she comes out and she's so pissed. She's like yelling at them. What the fuck is your problem? Get it together. Get it together. And they're like 21 maybe. Like it's their first rodeo. It's their first trip to Vegas. It's terrible.
Yep.
Security ends up coming. They have to go down in wheelchairs. They cannot walk.
Wheelchairs. Was Kristen taking photos of all of this?
No, but I
they
really
got
wanted to
wheelchaired
video it.
out of Thunder from Down Under. Like they go into Thunder and they come out in wheelchairs.
Sexy. Sexy
They
look.
throw up buckets. Shoes off.
Oh,
So then she's so embarrassed. She's like telling me she's embarrassed. I'm like, don't worry about it. Like, I don't care. The next day I check in and I was like, how'd it go? How was the rest of the night? She's like, well, so-and-so went home with the drunk girls and then they left their purses in the cab. So we had to go down to the cab place today, early this morning to try and find their purses.
this is so
Wow.
Vegas. Everything about
this
this is iconic.
Moral of the story, ladies, if you are coming to Vegas, get your shit together. I mean, have a good time.
Yeah.
And one of my other tips is to have a buddy system and maybe don't have the buddies be the same personality. Where
It's good advice.
Hey, you take a shot. No, me, both.
but have a buddy system so that like, okay, I'm responsible for Kelly and Brittany on this trip, or I'm responsible
That'd be a tough job.
Brittany's responsible for us.
I think that's probably
That's more
true.
like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is interesting. Why Nashville?
Okay. So I had been wanting to do Nashville for years and years and years and years. So as you guys now know, my husband co-owns Thunder from Down Under. Thunder from Down Under was going to Nashville. So I said, oh, perfect opportunity. Like, this is what I needed to like get it together. Now, Vegas was somewhat easy. Been doing this for like 13, 14 years. The brand has itself. Nashville is really a different story. It's been very challenging, but it's good for me. I needed it. I was in a comfort zone. I needed to get out of my comfort zone if I was going to grow. You know, I was just gliding by. Yeah. So Thunder from Down Under, they were just there for a little bit. So now they're back on tour, but I am in Nashville full time. We did a Nashville trip that I cannot wait to talk about. Like,
it is one of my favorite trips we've been on for the opposite reason that you would ever expect. But it was my first experience in Nashville. We did see Thunder from Down Under, which was so fun. Yeah. And then, well, I digress. I'm about to talk about all the things we did in Nashville. But my point is Nashville is a popular bachelorette destination, which is, I'm sure, why you chose that. And how's it going?
So it's the number one bachelorette destination in the country.
Over Vegas.
Vegas. Yeah, it's number one.
Crazy.
The reason why—
Is Vegas number 2?
I think it is number 2. Yeah. Vegas is just getting too expensive. That's the problem. And people think that Nashville is cheaper. I'm going to tell you, it is not cheaper. The drinks are still the same amount of money. Mm-hmm. The hotel rooms might be a little bit cheaper. What they do have is Airbnbs, and we work with a lot of really, really great Airbnbs. So that's where it becomes cheaper. The transportation to get there is cheaper. The feeder markets, it's easier to get there.
It's drivable from more cities than Vegas is drivable from, correct?
Absolutely.
So I'm assuming most of these girls drive in from—
It's
these different markets.
It's a 2-hour flight from Chicago. It's a couple hour drive from, I think, Georgia,
Alabama.
Yeah. It's super easy to get to. There was a group there that I met that drove from upstate New York, which I thought was insane. Like 15 hours or something, I want to say.
Oh, wow, that is
maybe a night stay along the way.
Unbelievable. All to go to Nashville.
But you can save so much money by driving.
Do you have, I mean, when you look at the vision for Girls Night Out Getaways, I mean, is the vision to open up in more cities? I mean, what's the plan?
Yeah. So Nashville has been a really great educational tool for me to relearn how to do this and to do it in a market that I don't know anybody. Vegas, I know everybody. So in Nashville, this is a tip. If you're just trying to figure out what to do, you got to network. So back to the basics, networking groups. I joined a networking group called Heels and Handshakes in Nashville. It's primarily, I know it's really cute. It's all women, and it's women,
Go girls,
in the tourism industry, and I'm making amazing connections there. It's just staying on top of it. It's following up with people. If you want something, you have to remember that squeaky wheel gets the oil. And I have to continue to remind myself, you're not being annoying, Brie. You're being persistent.
Yeah.
Do you have a like any dream cities on the horizon?
I want to know where we're going next because we also get to go to all these places.
Onboarding.
I want to do Napa.
Yay! I knew that was coming and I'm very excited.
I want to do Napa because for personal reasons, and Brittany, you have a couple restaurants in Napa, so I'm going to need some of your assistance. I've already started researching networking groups because I realize that's the first stop is networking groups. And then I think I want to do Scottsdale. Scottsdale because it's the number 3 bachelorette destination in the country.
I've been on a girls trip to Scottsdale and it is wild. You would be surprised at how rowdy Scottsdale gets.
I had 2 bachelorette parties. One was in Vegas, but I was a Vegas local at that time. So then my bridal party just wanted bridal party only. And then we did Scottsdale for that.
Fun.
So in Scottsdale,
it was fun.
Scottsdale's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun and
It's
it's easy to get to. I mean, Phoenix is one of the largest airports. Like it's very easy. But Napa, I have a soft spot for Napa. I love Napa.
Yeah,
it's totally different.
And it's going to be a different clientele. It's going to be a different setup.
You're going to have. I would assume that you would have older clients.
Yes, I think so.
Higher budgets. 40th birthday parties, 50th birthday parties, retirement parties. I mean, all of that. Because there's a lot of planning when you go to Napa.
Oh, yeah.
You have to know which vineyards are going to, which restaurants, all the transportation. Like, it's...
Yeah. So I'm here to do all the upfront planning.
When is this happening?
I don't know. I would love to do it in 26. Like, really start focusing on it in 26. It's just, I'm still focused on Nashville. I have new party packages going on right now. I have this one that we're shooting social media for right now. That's why I'm like checking my phone to make sure everything's going okay. It's really hard. The challenge is not living there. Because normally I'd be like, girls, we're going to do the cowboy party bus tonight. And you guys would be like, okay. Instead, I got to find a group.
We are your yes girls, aren't we?
Yeah. But we're going to do a trip back because I have a lot of new onboarding
I told Brie,
we're
going back.
You have to. Yeah. We're going to stay in a hotel this time. Okay. I'm hopefully going to be working with the Virgin. They have a lot of stuff going on there. I had a great call.
Finally wear the $800 cowboy hat that I bought.
You did.
Same. I'll bring mine.
Charlie was like, I saw on the credit like $800 for a cowboy hat. I go, he's like, oh.
You're like, Charlie, you're lucky that the boot girl was rude to me because that would have been $1,000
to do
in
the
boots.
$1,000 boots too.
She totally pretty womaned me.
She pretty womaned you so hard. Like, do you have boots?
Have you ever worn boots? Is what she asked me. Anyway, this is a whole nother story. The point is, I'm an easy sell. I'm the easiest. I can be talked into almost anything, and she missed out that day. However, let's go back so that I can wear my hat. That's my point.
Yep. We're going to have a lot more to offer. It'll be a totally different experience. We'll get it all for the gram. We'll maybe we'll bring Kristen with us to get photos. Yeah, it'll be good.
Can I get a bolo tie? Is that what it's called?
Oh, I love those.
I kind of want a bolo tie. Is that dorky?
What is that?
No.
You know what it is.
Yeah.
I
don't know the name clearly.
It's like a belt for your neck.
It's like on a leather chain and it's like metal.
And you have like a little emblem.
Scrunch it up.
Turquoise maybe.
It's a little like Native American.
It could be
Native American. Is it kind of masculine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
but like bolo ties are back, like cowboy or cowgirl chic.
Oh yeah.
Is a thing.
Isn't this called like a...
I don't know. People can't see. Right? She's tying something around her neck. It's a scarf.
No, I think it's called like a...
Say it.
I think it's called like
Just say
What?
it. Oh, what?
I want to say it's called like a pussy tie or
Why?
I don't
What?
know.
And if it's not called that, why do you think that?
Is that why you want one?
Last
Anyway, I'm gonna
question.
Google that.
As we close this was so interesting
Like,
and fun to learn everything. But if we have a good listener out there, or if you had a piece of advice, or if somebody has that beautiful idea, that light bulb in their head, but doesn't really know what is the first thing I do, how do I
Where do I
how
start?
do I get started?
Oh, in
right?
business or planning
Yeah,
or what?
and you're entrepreneurial
Okay,
in how you
that
came
side
up
of
with
it.
this on
Mhm.
that side of it. It could be an idea for anything, not necessarily just this business, but what's your recommendation to that person for here's the first thing you do?
Yeah. So I think, especially if you're going to start your own business, you have to be passionate. You have to love what you do. Otherwise, because you're your own self-motivator. So if you don't love it, you're not going to self-motivate to actually make this successful. So that's first and foremost. And then what are you good at? What is it that you want to do? And then you just have to think, let's see, how are we going to get customers to us? Like, what is our marketing strategy? I think that's so important. You use ChatGPT. I didn't have that.
AI.
I didn't have that.
Days.
You can put in, this is my business idea. What are the first 5 steps into making this successful, and start to follow them. So figure out your marketing strategy. Who's your audience? What is it that you're going to do? Are you brick and mortar? Are you online? One of the best things about my business is that I didn't need a single person. It was me. I didn't need brick and mortar. I can do it out of my bedroom. It's not a restaurant, so I don't have produce that's rotting in the fridge. So I don't have to worry about that. If they come, I sell. If nobody comes, I don't sell it. I'm not losing out on anything but my time.
Yeah.
So that's you got to figure out what is it also going to cost you at the end of the day.
Yeah. That's great
Which we're
advice.
figuring out now, starting this podcast.
Yeah, for
Just
sure.
look at us, entrepreneurs.
And we're going to put that on our TikTok. We decided that we are going to
Yes, we had
show
an idea.
behind the scenes of what it's like from start to finish of starting this podcast and what goes into it and how hard it is, because we know nothing. And this is a brand new business.
We're going to do essentially a series. Come along with us on our journey to start our podcast. What are we doing wrong?
There's
What
so many
advice do you
different-
have? This is what we're deciding. Should we change our minds? We really need help from TikTokers, and we're business owners, but this is a whole new ballgame. And I mean, I think we're doing good.
Yeah.
Not to toot our horn, but Brie, before we close out, I love a lightning round. So this is quick first thought that comes to your mind. I'm going to read off a series of questions. Are you ready?
I am ready.
All right. Lightning round with Brie Steck from Girls Night Out. Vegas
Getaways.
pool
Girls
party.
Night Out Getaways.
Getaways. I'm sorry, Girls Night Out Getaways.
God.
Vegas pool party or rooftop dinner?
Rooftop dinner.
Go to cocktail.
Espresso martini, because I have to stay awake.
Ooh, yum. Favorite show in Vegas?
Thunder from Down Under.
Favorite show in Nashville?
No shows in Nashville. That's not what they're known for.
Oh, okay. One thing you always include on a girls' trip itinerary?
If it's in Vegas, I always recommend a party bus and a stop at the Vegas sign for the photo.
As we know. As we know. What's playing on your hype playlist right now?
Oh, I don't know. Probably some Benson Boone, preparing for the concert.
Love.
Yeah.
Heels or sneakers on a night out?
Heels.
Vegas is a
Yes.
heel city.
Yeah.
Yep. Bachelorette must-haves, matching outfits or custom party favors?
Matching outfits.
Not necessarily matching.
Not
theme.
matchy, but theme.
Yeah, we frequently do the theme. Dream celebrity client to plan for?
Taylor Swift, duh.
Okay. What is your guilty pleasure reality TV show?
Oh my God. Real Housewives of Miami, #1, best. So good.
Agreed. Favorite part of the planning process?
When they pay.
Oh, that's amazing. And the last one is, what is one thing you wish every bride knew before booking?
Do what you want. Don't be a people pleaser. This is besides the wedding, your bachelorette party is one of the most memorable nights with your girlfriends, having fun and having a good time. So do what you want and spend the amount of money that you want.
Thank you, Brie.
Thank
This
you,
has been
girls.
fun and inspiring. And
Absolutely.
I encourage anybody out there who is looking to come to Vegas for any reason at all to go to girlsnightoutgetaways.com. And can you tell us what
Nashville.
your socials are in Nashville?
Yeah, how do people get in touch with you
Yes.
if they want to?
So
Use you.
you can call or text us at 702-701-7778. We have party planners that are there to walk you through the entire process, no fee. And then our Instagram is at GNO Getaways. Same for TikTok.
All right. She's a
Okay.
fun follow.
Very fun.
Very, very fun.
Very fun.
You can see what we're up to.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're excited because we're going to be reaping the benefits from these test packages. So follow her and you'll see us test it out for you first.
Yeah, we have some good ones on the horizon, both Nashville and Vegas. So I'm excited.
Yay.
All right.
Thank you, good friends, for listening.
Yeah.
And give our Instagram a follow at 3bestfriends pod to see what we're up to on there as well. And thank you, Brie.
Thanks
Thanks,
ladies.
Brie.
This is good.
Yeah.
This
All
was a
right.
good one.
This was.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.